Today, Saturday, the 19th day of September 2020. We know say on Saturdays, we can left the table open and we can always go through the things them will happen during the week. But first, again on Saturdays, we can look for compare this week COVID-19 status updates as to that of last week update. And as so the numbers them look like. Last week, now be the 12th of September 2020. The total number of confirmed cases na Salone na be 2,096. 2,096. Today, na 2,159. So in 1 week, we get 63 people who test positive for COVID-19 na Salone. In 1 week, 63 people test positive for COVID-19 na Salone. The total number of people who lost their life to COVID-19 last week na be 72 and today na 72. So nobody no lost in life to COVID-19 inside this week. The one them were in isolation. We can just want to compare the numbers, but not the difference, but the numbers. Last week, na be 390. Now them be day, they respond to treatment. But today, now 437, with a difference of 47. Recoveries. Last week, now be 1,634. 1,634. Today, now 1,650. So in 1 week, 16 people recover from COVID-19. As I may say the last time, before the numbers, now in 1 day, now we get the numbers there. But that's what they get now, 16 people. In quarantine, last week, now be 237 people. 237 people. And today, now 263. Inside the week, we be go down to 197 during the week. But you see, we don't come up again to 263. What you do? Because of then 63 people there will test positive. Then get for check, the one them way now be primary contact, so then get for isolate them. So now make we get this in quarantine, we don't go up again. Out of quarantine, last week now be 11,021. Today now 11,136. So during the week, 115 people discharged from quarantine. Total number of tests where the lab analyzed. Last week, now be 32,273. Today, now 35,768. So in space of 1 week, 3,495 people. Now then, samples them, now in the lab, they analyze. 3,495. Well, let me see. That's all the other numbers then. But if you don't follow, today there was a breaking news for, say, the spokesperson for NACOVAC, we all know, Solomon Jamiru, we also now the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs. He test positive today. He test positive for COVID-19. Remember back in July, he be go test and say, oh, he do am voluntarily and everything be come out. He was negative. For one reason, he test again this week. And today, the result come for say he positive. And they say he is symptomatic, so he self-isolate right now. And all them one them where they work with an Anacovac, they all don't test today. They all don't test today. So then they wait for the results. However, even though in the on self-isolation, they be joined through Zoom, but then when they need, they all be there back in the same room. Since they say then they wait for the test, maybe or maybe not. In be get for tell we say in family safe, don't test, don't conduct the test, then safe they wait for the result. But for now, he is positive, he then house, and he go to attend to meetings them virtually. So for make we still know say COVID-19 day. And when then they say people learn for mask up, it's relevant. Because the crowd where we all see today, we be in a airport, we be there up and down for say the presidents don't come. You go count how many people been wear mask properly. Even though some people can be get them, but be there under the chin. You go count the people away really been wear them, we be there inside that crowd. Yeah? We need for take them seriously. Even though Nakonova can say, oh, then they want authorities them, this and that, but we they see authorities them, they said that they put under their chin. We need for mask up. People in a salon need for a reward. If not, this one not defined. Eh? Okay. For today, now 6 positive case 9 day. 6 positive case. And for me then get a 6 day, 514 tests 9 day labs then analyze. 514. And the 6 now from 4 come out Western area urban in Freetown and 2 come out Kailao. So Freetown is for the past 2 weeks now, Freetown every day they get. But still yet, we know one for a reward. Still yet, we just feel say we for do waiting we want for do. Eh? Make we just give the cumulative numbers by district. Bo 112, Bont 87, Bombali 50, Falaba 11, Kailao 83, Cambia 30, Karine 11, Kono 73, Kenema 126, Koinadugu 36, Moyamba 58, Putloko 102, Pujengu 28, Thonkolili 79, Western Area Rural 267, Western Area Urban 1000, Inbound Passenger 6. We add all our day, Nangi the 2,159. So now we COVID-19 status update for today and as compared to last week here. Now let we go through the week, the things them we pass through Sierra Network. Last Sunday, the Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs, Lai Lawrence Lima, say he want for disclaim the allegation where they pass around on social media at that time for say in the plan a coup na salon and in the one against the people them where they pass that kind word they for say the logo bet them for incitement. Say in a good soldier man and he no get nothing for those any coup as people them be they pass up and down without rumor they na social media say the deputy minister they plan coup na salon. On Sunday we began 13 new confirmed cases, 0 death and 2 new recoveries. We'll be also able to join George Macaulay in podcast, where in guest today Nabi Patrick Sandy of the Anti-Corruption Commission, when the director and the public education and outreach person. You'll be listening, you know how that conversation they been go. NRM, APC, then declare their commitment to democratize APC. They say, then team up, by waiting and team up, that thing way they give them small loggerhead with the hierarchy body in APC, and say, they know the back down, no. Then team up and the case where they can go na court because the hierarchy, the executive of APC, we don't go meet and tell and say, make them pull the case na court. So then we want go pull, but it look like, say, the executive look the place on Dabaru business. So, that being said, then they pursue the court case against the executive of the APC. Parliament been vexed, because of waiting that corruption perception report. We all know how vexed they were. The unbundling of Salcab will be able to go through Calabash newspaper, Ranger, Ibigiwi, exactly how in see everything, and we'll be able to share now platform. The ex-Sierra Leone rebel leader, Jibao, with Oyayam, I don't know if you be even listening, BBC, it was there, for say, then they free amu, and they get for cancer loan. Yes, they get for cancer loan, but you know, go they free tongue. And then say then they on everything, then order them for inform, then go inform and everything, but it go still there, enough for mixed by politics, enough for mixed by any activism, enough for mixed by any other thing. If not, then go bap some back. But Chibao will be freed and then go send them go salon. ACC been react to the allegation of corruption na parliament. For make me, you know, say, then almost the closing now on that Paran and Tawa then case. And that they now don't find it at ACC and Honorable Gevao say in no say some parliamentarian then they can take money na then people and where the president can where he can say it pleases the president for appoint so and so person. Some parliamentarian them then they go take money na then people and they then so that then people and they then go give them free pass. Remember, we are the ask say why make the ministers them they not respect parliament? Why make the minister they not respect parliament? Well, one of the reasons in this we feel because you know say parliament they second, the ministers then they third before you get the healthcare workers the way they fought. But that perception report about the corrupt institution them na salon. I think we'll get for next week because anti-corruption, I don't know. Even this week, then be day na parliament. There was a case where they go through, they asked anti-corruption about this, Victor Fo. Remember, Victor Fo, he gets case right now, where he get for answer to, about this Hajj case. But anti-corruption, we don't deal with that. Now, they ask anti-corruption, so make them go cow that file, the recording, where they where they first interview Victor Fo. Anti-corruption say they not get the recording anymore. But we'll get for can dig that one day during the week. We will continue. On Monday, remember on Saturday, we'll be asked a question. Where is the president of Sierra Leone? On Monday, the answer was provided. We are the BOs. Honeymoon mood activated in Byblos, one of the oldest cities in the world. And so we begin for land from the First Lady, Fatima Bio, in Facebook page. And we get for put pictures then they. We share 130 comments back and forth. Be the goodie. On Monday, we get 2 new confirmed cases, 0 death and 0 new recoveries. On Monday again, we'll be going for share the article where we deal with Sierra Network Charity Foundation, the 7 million where we go give to the NPSC accident victim in people them na Waterloo. Severe blighting. It be given in 10th audio recording. You know, here in the back, it talk about Joseph Saidu Momo again. I don't know. Like I said the last time, I did go the dirty water, and so they try for put clean water there, but I don't know I can come out to we all. But I be tell you say when he do the 10th audio, Naomi go get something for say. Before severe blighting begin for do the audio, yeah, it's posted on our website. The first thing where he go tweet, he say, make President Bio and his administration ready for him because he not ready for talk some critical thing them. So maybe then go want for keep him in a tight corner. So in the tell them once and say make them ready for him. But this is the 10th audio. Almost the way it don't make concern in this present regime when I don't be tweet bot. When I don't it tell we about. But from number 1, where it begins say October 15, the Anes by Kuroma led executive for pull and fail by APC business. Where it begin dandy. Till to the 10th, we not see USA it try for address issues them. Yes, it can count 1 or 2 sideline talk then day, where it can talk about dictatorship and whatever. If you listen and find, look inside that deep Creole it can talk, you go understand what it is. But for say it go outrightly. But however, let we listen as they continue. Yeah? Until I know, what I can say, let we listen, no say something day ahead, yeah? Let we listen as they go. Refusing to adhere to parliament, then summon the minister them. Now then they will be deal with Naya on Monday. Sierra Leone Police, the Inspector General of Police, Ambrose Michael Sovola, will be obtain a video. The video don't get almost 8,000 views now. Will be obtain a video of him na church where is saying they do institutional confession and repentance. Institutional confession and repentance. They confess for the Sierra Leone police all the Dabaru business with and they repent. For Salon Police, in team up on behalf of Salon Police. It team up on behalf of them. And they say, in hope say, they want them because na church be there. He hope say they want themselves when a Muslim, then go do that again. So that then go able for confess all the bad thing then with Salon Police don't do. And then go repent, not for do them again. One care camera go watch then traffic police there. How then they do? If they be able for hear that word today. On Tuesday, Sierra Leone be registered 15 new cases, 0 death, and 4 new recoveries from COVID-19. The camera be go waka na 55 market na Waterloo. And a day, we be get for land say a cup of pepper. Then they sell them up to 8,000 leones. We'll be share that one day. And we all be know how that one day be passed. International Democracy Day, which will be talking about upholding Sierra Leone's democracy. Now we be deal with Naya Daddy Day. Vice President Julia Jallo be highlight the strong political will for make this decentralization process go happen na Salon. Inside yanda, we begin for land say Western area. For inside the decentralization, they want give Western area resident minister. You know, say the north and all inside and they in the southeast, they all get resident minister. Then say Western area no get. So for help by the decentralization, they want give Western area resident minister. Well, the eye they watch. Let's see how that one they go all water. Chief minister say, he want make me you know say, him be plant rest. And he don't harvest in rest, he don't bag up in rest, and in rest, they go for 200,000 leons per bag. 200,000 leons per bag. Hey, now one day back begets, boku comment them. Some man they say, why if for sell and save that there? He say not too cheap, even though chief minister say not cheap, in they sell. Some man they ask say, whose side the shop day where chief minister they selling yes? Well, I want to believe say if you get any relative na kenema send and deba, yeah, and waiting at the findings, come back make we safe know. Do you know hide and power? Justice under lockdown. Campaign for Human Rights Development International, Abdullah Fatima. Then we pull a policy statement on justice under lockdown. On Wednesday, 7 new confirmed cases, 0 deaths, and 6 new recoveries from coronavirus. Also on Wednesday, right from the First Lady Fatima bio in Facebook page. If you always they keep grudge, you will end up having stretch marks on your heart. He say if you always they keep grudge, you go end up forget stretch mark. Now you act. Yes. Well, I think that was the second one. We get some of the supporters them of this present administration vexed on Zara Network. They say Zara Network, they take the First Lady in, post them out of context. But yeah, you will go right because you know say na Saturday then all man say they talk you on. So me say from behalf of Zara Network, now they attend they are able for the reply people them. You will say Zara Network, they take the First Lady in post out of context. How? Dear, how? Where he be say exactly what in the First Lady right? You know they you don't see what make I talk now say you know the correct spelling, you know they add, you know they pull, how we see them, now so they report them. Then say Zara Network they hype waiting the First Lady say for pull her out of context, like saying a course. How? Where be saying now waiting the First Lady talk. Now Zara Network go just take a sentence and just share them. I think it is good for make we all know within the First Lady they talk, so that you know how informed we are. Now so the other one there, then they vex say Zara Network no was share silver blinding in post. That's now the supporters of APC. Now the other one them again when are the supporters of SLPP. Then self the vex say why for the take the First Lady in post out. How did we? We be saying away the First Lady writes. Now we serve she's the First Lady, you remember. Now maybe the last thing I don't take say somebody need for taking phone in my hand. Before I can vex say Zara Network, why una not talk that side? Una not turn the mic to her. For say mama I do so. Or somebody taking phone in my hand. Say no, they are today no reply. Before the Zara Network, I beg you, una skip that side, una turn yonder. Because we report them as we see them. Yeah? It's sad to say because of politics, a lot of places them you can't even come now and enjoy what they meet. Say yes, there is a balanced platform from every angle we go able to get what we want now. Instead when you see one thing, you want judge. Please don't judge. On Wednesday, what will be deal with now the negligence of healthcare workers them, now the government hospital, the government clinics them, and also even they say the mortuary. Now we deal with now. Straight again from the First Lady in Facebook page. He say, he talk. Oh. They end and say, hey, you want for upset because he say it is honeymoon. Please get a life. Yeah? Now when they get 171 comments on our Facebook page. He say that person will want vex because he say in the honeymoon make it get a life. What do he say? Now we talk for her. And I talk boku. Say because other first lady them, they're not engaged on social media, so them feel say, but he be don't tell yourself before. Say in a titi for a month. So that one day, nobody no go take him from him. But could see then day where they say, oh, the first lady now because the president, Sunday now where the president might be the one. Leone no say, On Thursday, we'll all be able to see outside the bridge na Savage Street, where they connect from the St. John area to the St. Anthony area, Sykes Street, being broke, being collapsed. And then the safe will be able to deal with Naya on Thursday. Because wait, you know, Dave. They say call him Dave. You know that, the Internal Affairs Minister. We go threaten the AYV reporter. Where the AYV reporter say, Mr. Pandano, and I say, what did you call me? We go threaten her. Let's see the caller. Dave, we don't ring bell. We don't wave red flag from 2018. And exactly 2 years, now the bridge broke. Exactly 2 years. That particular day, we ring the bell, now the bridge broke. Remember now, the entire says somebody was under there. Now yeah, when we do that program, and not be the insist say, that man, that one great man, where the interview, we say, him believe say that guy will get that lighter. It is under that bridge. Lo and behold, one for say, may that young soul, the young man, we die under the bridge, may his soul rest in peace. Exactly, it was true. And yesterday, when they clean up the rubble them, they be able to say, definitely that guy will be the raised flag. But nobody was listening. Nobody was listening. And he's the only one that said something about somebody being under there. Nobody not be the listen. Within the interview, the stakeholders them, they all be the talk say, we tell God thinking nobody not die. But yeah, somebody died there. Yesterday they be don't fend the body. So people began to say, that time that guy be insist say there was somebody under there. For say them for be able to save that young man. Or not because the onlookers were so many, so they just take and say nobody no did it. But even at that, if emergency, rescue team become, even without them knowing, for say them for still go under the rubble, they pick, say make them get device them for see if somebody don't get caught up on that day. Because on that day, we not see any emergency. We not see any emergency. No fire force, no this, no nothing. A lot of people were standing, looking. So even when this guy talks, is somebody, he believes say the person wearing boots, he described everything with the person wearing. He said, na Indian lighter. He said that person, he didn't understand. He said, because na be waiting, he said, na be in 3. He said, but the other one, they don't come out. He believes say that person, they get an iron for hustle. Then iron, they can get a ram, then go to them blacksmith, then they go sell and give them. That's what they do. Now you go feno, now you go meet and die. Eh? But if we get correct emergency response team, for say if we don't die that way, or then for be able to save them, eh? I hope say this not go happen again. We need an emergency response team na Salone. And shame on the authorities them. We not be able to listen when that young man was talking. I was here shouting to myself like, that guy says somebody did. Can somebody listen and just go under there? But no way, nobody was listening. Again, we pray say the young man in soul go rest in peace. On Thursday, we will get 4 new confirmed cases, 0 death and 0 new recoveries from COVID-19. Straight from the Facebook page of the First Lady. After he don't talk all, you want me to know say love, then at the air. It tell we president, say, you are my role model, and I am your secret admirer. So if you, they admire secretly by the president, back up, because the First Lady don't tell we don't. Remember the other thing, what he say? He say, now the president in gatekeeper. That thing, I remember, talking with somebody, but they go after Sarah Network na YouTube. Say Sarah Network don't turn gatekeeper for this administration. I make the First Lady be answer that and they say, now the president in gatekeeper. And now I don't tell we say the president now a role model. And also they admire secretly. Eh? Somebody say no, you know to secret admire. You know bangba they admirer. So they say we begin opportunity for share with audience the reports where Umar Fofana being gi na BBC for try for clarify if na private visit on a honeymoon. And yanda, it began for interview. I don't know if you don't listen, but it began for interview the Minister of Information. The Minister of Information, Umar Fofana asks and say, the First Lady post na Facebook say, then they on, it say honeymoon mode activated. Number one first, the minister say, you know see that post today. Until you know see the no go only against them. So we get Monday. He say first of all, you know see the post. And he want for clarify say the president na private visit he go. He say even and going on private visits, it's not even wrong for take your soulmate out. I ain't talk, not to be talk. Even though the First Lady didn't tell you about being a secret admirer, and a role model. The Minister of Information say it's not wrong for make, the president taking soulmate out. And then this can be considered as honeymoon. Go listen, because yanda, he say, Umar Fofana say, some people can praise the First Lady. He say, but the critics then think say, she is just another Lady Macbeth. But that comment say, some people say he passed Lady Macbeth. Eh? I think they really seized this week. Eh? The first family. They seized this week entirely. Okay, make it continue. The Chinese medical expert team then go tell Tata to the vice president for say they ain't work don't know. Then they go. Yesterday, NPSC results come on. And we will get opportunity for share the video. Now we page. And we want to say congratulations to all the one them we pass. And to the first 10 when a gal begin na then dominate yanda. On Friday we get 16 new confirmed cases, 0 death and 3 new recoveries. Yesterday, we be taking 60s to 90s, make we hear about people common entrance, selective entrance, NPSC stories them. Now we be do yesterday na the good old days. Remember just now I tell you say how they go no more not so where I be they talk about silver blinding. I'm not telling you how they go no more, but without reach day. Sierra Leone Police, through the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, then send a letter to Silver Blyden for say they need them for can answer question na CID. What do? Because the land say September 14, it be then a moratorium and they be go give some bike rider then fuel. And say because Ingo give bike rider than fuel, gas, petrol, he give them. Because he give them bike rider than he need for can answer question on which grounds where he give them. What he make he give them. Inside that press release day, I don't know if you don't see them because we don't post them. Salon Police not able to tell exactly who's the one lay report. But then tell and say where they go, make sure say if he wants for go with a legal representative, make you go to lawyer. Where they go. But they not put the day where they want them for go. Then, because it gets some scratch day. How comes I don't know. Why even if they mistake, they not take other paper and do them back. But something the paper is limited. Na CID they are na make. Na Silver Blyden receive, instead he reply. He say, he don't receive, but he want make CID no say, waiting, they tell where they want them for go, they not specify. And that is true. CID not being specified. Who's then they want them for go. And I go tell you why. Even though he don't reply, I won't be surprised if on Monday, then pick him up after in court date. But he don't reply for say, the earliest time way he go available, now for go day on Tuesday. Because over the weekend, he go there somewhere else and the province, not even in town. And on Monday, he say he gets a court hearing. You know, say he get one. Then we don't go away one, but one still the way they appear away the other side where now the states not can go. But he still get for the go. So I want for feel say that this is Tripoli. Now he makes Salon Police, the CID, try for do some kind of not put date. So where he go na court that day, where they come on a court someone and then go just pick up say, well, we don't invite you, not come. So we they look for you. They've done that before. So I don't know why they make you face so you think say they don't do them before. Eh? They don't do them to Holland Kashokol, now Watalo. The Bible be there up and down. Then just wait on that thing way about George Williams to be the appear court. As he appear day. Now they arrest and they say they be the look for her. But will be the open down. So I feel saying that same tactics they now want play with Silver Blyden. Even though they don't reply, they now say Ingo go day Tuesday. He say, but one lady no say na harassment because if you give people in fear, why then say now? Then say don't back if you get any document for sure the reason why make you give them fear like out them. Yes, Salon police. And then go tell you say they know they take order from above. Then go tell you otherwise. Then say they want no. As Salon police, not to me. Go look the letter where they write silver blinding, you go see Andy. Again, I tell you say, if on Monday after that in court hearing, then pick them up, I won't be surprised. For say them, we don't look for them. We'll go see how that one day play out. Yesterday, say all along, don't they ask about inside this week now, we'll be careful now say President Bill and the First Lady, then the Lebanon. Because that 10 day now, they begin pull pictures and everything. But before that, no pictures, no answer, no nothing, no question, no answer. However, some people they say, no wonder. That be saying that true, that reporting where we come on say the president be don't go everything, the medical where he been go, all things become out fine. So now they go na hotel where we get for the day for a few days before now he go extend in private visit. So some man they say, well that first and they will not be there nothing. The president be really they through in medical as one reporting be say after they don't feel everything done where the president don't come to shape back, then now begin see now the first lady they post picture, then they do videos up and down and whatever. Yesterday we been see Usai the president be get a town hall meeting where they want them way stranded na Lebanon, then be able for come na the meeting, and it was a happy moment for them. Because some get for come at the end of the day, by mid-October to end of October, all of them 130 go down come salon. Go down come salon. According to waiting and tell we yesterday, and the president back be give them money. If you be watch the video, you go see Andy. Another breaking news. United States say, if you want go America now, except for the one that will get some concession, exception, but immigrant and non-immigrant visa, they don't suspend them or they don't extend the sanction. What you do? They say, they get people them where they want deport go salon, and salon government no one cooperates with them. They get people them where they want deport go salon, and the government of Sierra Leone no one for cooperate with them. Okay? So because of that, they don't extend. Because of that, not extension, sir, because now government side, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they can't tell extension, make people pull land force. So because of that, you know why make this day on? In 2017, I remember when we broke that news then, for say, Salon there among the countries them way, the USA then go deny entry to, but that time they say na government officials them. Government officials. And that time they, na be the previous administration when a APC na them be there. They say then go deny entry to them. What the APC be for do? Quick, then we go sign. And we'll be see the batch where then be send go salon. So now, I think they don't get talk with the wire back, this administration. The wire back look no one play along. So when they knock you one play along, then get outside, United States get outside the grip. But this trip, then say immigrant and non-immigrant visa. They not go for the government officials them. They say then go allow people them with exception. So me and you, if na me and you want go for visa now with the ordinary salon and they give it, then what thing go left for make you do? You get a voice now for ask your government say, Now, so United States don't see. So waiting una they do. You see, Usai, then they try for sure we waiting at the real democracy, then stop them. But you want go now, if you want know, you go ask the government. But remember, then two guy them will be they insist say they not to Sierra Leoneans, where they send go salon. You remember how that one they behind there? And now under this administration, I don't know if them guy then they still this salon safe. I don't even know if they still this salon. But remember, now so now through them process then two guys then they end up in a salon. So I don't know if now they make this particular administration look the shake now say, Leone no can give we post a go can't tell say not to Sierra Leoneans. We see people them where they defend this administration, they right say now they tell we and it's by Kuroma be go na UN, then beaucoup people will be follow them. Now then people and then they want send come back. Every two get for put politics inside. All thing. So man they say, oh, now the previous administration, now they sell and sell the passports. All man they talking here. But we government for be man enough, for go through the list, and make sure say, only Sierra Leoneans. If America say they don't want them again, well and good. Now make who they talk and I every day. Not turn you back pants alone. Not turn you back pants alone. Yes, some of us are here legally. Some of we come from who come to with this who don't spend that much as state they will not able to get a legal way to the system. Understandable. Now I make you know for turn you back pants alone. Because even some of where they carry the United States passport, the day where they go see say they're not glad with we, then they take an away on. Fortunate or unfortunately, then go take an yuan, then say go back kusa you come out. You don't see why we not for turn we back for salon? You don't see why we for really stand strong and make salon a better place for we all? You don't see the reason? This is not just one of them. Government, be man enough, go through the list. The ones that are Sierra Leoneans take. But not many these people enforce you for make a kind up like then guide them. Even then guide them, but people they can't talk say, even out they will know how passports be there. What if the guidance is everything them they talk now too? Government too for do their work. There, this one. Una team up triangle one, una do una work, una verify the list, na Sierra Leoneans them, it's well and good. Your life no end. Your life no end. You say, oh, now you don't know, I get a family, I get a wife and picking. I know. It's not easy. But make that one they give a reason for make we want better for salon. So before then they say self they can't send you go back. Now they tell and say, hold up. Don't worry. I they pack willingly. Mrs. I they pack all with here I want. I they turn back. Yeah. Some man go say, yeah, you should under the talk. Now because you don't know, my brother, if these people say they don't want you again, if they say they don't want you again, and you're not born salon man, I'm sorry, not the way we me take them. And the way I take them. Triple self na ya. They say today triple they are that in the way they work out with Kangiwi. Well and good, I just hand over and Safula go back na my country. That's why I'm always here pleading. I'm always here coming with information. We go keep we informed so that the one them way they in authority go make salon a better place for we. So that we go take salon for be this country we really want them for be. I can say at the end of the day, maybe. Now we go begin to what's how they go. Would they go make an how we want them? Not so. Today, we still say the First Lady and the President of Sierra Leone. They don't reach La Salon. They don't reach you. Like I said, during the week, after all the silence, we see the First Lady in page active again for giving all the information will be done the yarn for. Was active. So now I make people and they say something is wrong because it's not normal for the First Lady of Sierra Leone for just keep quiet. So something wrong. Why make you keep quiet? Something wrong. Well, at the end of the day, it become and show exactly where they go on. And right now, they don't reach Salon. But come on, they ask, wait. When the president be the love, nobody know. Pass where they see statement from the office of the president. Say the president don't left. Because when the president kill left, how they come inside so now so they kill left. How they come inside so now so they kill left. But that time they were ready for left, they not show we am. And don't tell we nothing, and just go zoom. Nobody no know. But they ready for canal. All the ministers, just like the previous regime, where President Koroma, former president, be they come. Where everybody they go back, they wait no more for Glady. Same thing. I remember at one time, President will be for stop and say, no, you don't want this. Yes, one time it happened. But only they see that it happen again. They want to okay, they ask, where this minister, where that minister? Now then turn and they see them. Even I don't know, lately somebody be asked where the Minister of Health and Sanitation. You know, Sandy, he was in the crowd though, for go receive the president. Himself be there at the crowd. All of them were there for go receive the president where they come on a private jet. And the only time that they will go see them. No social distancing. No social distancing. Remember, COVID-19 is still real. It's still there. It's still there. Wanna make we wake up. Salon people. We need for wake up and do it right. These are the things then we pass through Sierra Network for the week. Work out whose friend, make we get whose friend in summary for the week. Yes, whose friend, what's in our summary for the week, sir? Welcome on board.
Yeah, thank you very much, Triple A. Thank you for giving me the platform. And thanks to the listener, them, welcome them wherever you are. And we'll continue to talk about Salon and just bring your ideas them. We don't criticize anyone. All we do, we try to bring views of what we feel like. And everybody getting opinion. But like the week we don't end, they be little bit very busy. I will get a few things and more go on for take up too. First of all, go on for look into that area of calling the ministers then. In terms of this issue of the ACC, what they say, then they try for investigate, then they try for probe into, based on the speech of Givao and other few ministers then. At least let's then call them because I see a tweet where in the Francis Ben Telfara, a tweet talk about say then they probe into them and try for look for call the one that we involved like Givao, ask them whose evidence we can get for show so that then we're able to help them. But when you look at the type of evidence we actually then the ACC they look out for. When you look at Naya, then they look at waiting evidence we actually show in terms of a report. So then they ask now them for letting we show evidence, they pinpoint say this now Mr. A, now this TRC I do, and now this paper I wanna go find out. But because of that tangible evidence not there, and there's a way for talk, some of them refuse. Because now the other face that one, they would then summon some of them back for camp. But Givao will not go. And when they ask him, no, he didn't answer, but he reluctantly just say, you know, get any evidence, we will point a finger back. So he no one for be a whistleblower. And when evidence can, you know, will take. But what I try for capitalizing also in terms of the cooperation and waiting people that they say, especially in this time of the situation of government, how they run now, wherein they get things where they observe them, for try for monitor and try for control corruption and try for let the country go before. Uda we know see can say something, try for let you go to the end, you show them based on the intellectual way you go. Because himself, na lawyer, himself he understands small. But he might have just not to slip of the tongue, but not to short like in court when they say overrap, but na something we instead be done this voice out. If you follow most of him interviews them na AYV, he look flexible sometimes where you go see he look neutral, he come to the people inside, but because of a ministerial post or appointment as a cabinet member or member of parliament, then he try for restrict terms on side for point blank. And you get other few them, of course, Tawa Inyon, we don't know waiting, they don't call them for let go see. But because he and the other one who are parent, then get a case in a separate issue. But they say that they try for probe into this issue, yeah. But the problem now is the evidence. But I see again inside these 2 days, I see one part them ACC. I think the guy then call him, now they call the guy and say, now something Morris, I think now Morris. No, sorry, one of no, Tine Williams. We call him Tine Williams. Okay, Tine Williams, I talk about say how they call the things the information we then they try for get it basically now on preventive approach then they use. So in other words, most of the things that we ACC they try for do now more for prevent people than for thief. Okay, and then they investigate. But the investigation section now based on evidence of documents where they get. Or like now we don't see, they don't see recall the case of this when a voice clip. So now for that the court, the parliament asked for that one day. Because now evidence of something when a substance, now they go able to forget because they don't get video CCTV for still trace this, they don't get other things when are tangible, we will see that this we see your signature pan, or now this we see you do, tell we this. So that side they say that they try to do more for prevent. And then the way we then go approach for look for evidence of document. So but all of that for capitalize on this area and for say then get for try for be very robust and the one the way they involve with the citizens them with the corporate with civil rights, we try to see something with evidence, we try for bring them and then themselves when a parliamentarians then will understand the law, we say they ask you for let you go come show evidence if you had it clean for the country. It don't matter, even if they pull you in the party, but you are still a member of parliament. Wouldn't they pay you money for? Because you term in office, they don't go pull you there until the 5 years done. And even if they pull you, they go still pay you the same amount when they pay all the ministers them. The only difference what they make now what they call stipend, where they get meeting and so on. So that side number one, some of them, if they go for serve the purpose, we need people of purpose. People that will get that self-conviction. They convict themselves, say, oh, I'm guilty, I get for go do this, I'm on purpose, I'm right, I'm duty this for the citizens. Then get for the corporate. So that information go able to come. The ACC go able for work. And themselves go able to find new strategies that more than go able to approach most of them things there. But when they approach them things there is always a line where they prevent them from go further. And then some of them now when they get them back, the way they assess them for deal with them, then they deal with them at some point. You want still the question the word when a biasness the company. Because if they say they don't lose a document, when an archive when they get, even you way they make you session then if you see go normal up on the page, apart from even Facebook, they still see they upload automatically. It is day, except you delete it now. When I use yourself put the account. Who pull them. So all those kind of things, then they make people in the doubt. But until that one day is in suspense, now we see how far that Victor 4 issue will go. It's that was so then go create now, say, well, we would can't give una evidence, una know they keep them. Then I decide then I would then willing for bring evidence. Well, we'll give una know they make use of or una they delete them. Then which time will bring back other information for can't give you, I'll waste my time. So all this they bring not to credibility, they may bring they bring credibility to them. So that side number one, let them go look to in terms of how they manage things and the politicians and together the civilians them. The other side now, this other side they see, who they see there is a development who I think see the one private group then wouldn't try for can inside salon. I think see that they can put up to $1.6 billion in terms of for develop petrol, I mean for develop farming and the farming sector. Then look at the palm oil industry for season one for develop in terms of making like biofuel and for make vegetable oil. But this now one new group would then call Golden Verolium and US based and French help. But the problem why I just get a doubt here, when we still able to find out, there was previously another organization, one agricultural organization called SOCFIN. And this SOCFIN, now other one will be done in Liberia. And that was in 2011 since. So then get for go Leone then for come implement this year na Pujeung and some parts na Kenema. Then get for crops, I think 18,000 hectares of land, of which they use 12,500 hectares for plants. But and again, the minister of the finance minister Jusso even get for highlight them say then people inside June they export something we worth about $518.8 million worth of the palm oil would then produce, would then sell, but which is quite a big amount of money. I don't know who said them when they go when I just for that thing. But the problem is that another one don't come back. It's 1.6 billion they want to come and invest. So what is the question now they ask here? What in Softcon will they do? In the same area, we say this Softkin been there. Softkin, I wouldn't call Softkin a cultural company. They've been there now near the same place. This $1.6 billion, then they go invest again. And I feel say they want to invest part of like cocoa and other things where they will drill manufacture, but they are going to have a profit, and then the government back they have a profit. But the question is here that are just the question they say, are they not overlapping or I don't know how they say duplicating resources in that area wherein they get for bring a doubt of how Uda go do this and Uda go do this. Because we get confusion in that area there, but that was way in 2011, but that was resolved. Say this wire don't can now with a handover and then they develop. But I want to therefore ask no more if this 1.6 billion is not going to have any big effect on this Softkin area, wouldn't they work? Because the same area then they work. Then they try for secure over how many hectares and get big hectares. That's what they want for accumulate. When are just about twice of the number of what is Softkin on the waiting then get for do this money. Are they not going to spread it to other areas? Because like right now, look the price of paper. Look the price of other commodities. But pepper, when I see these days lately about when they interview one of the lady where they in charge and they interview back some of the people where they plant, they show different factors. One, now the people who plant work with them, one are the young man that they say don't join Okada. The second reason, they try to talk about the seeds and the type of soil where they get. But when you look at Salon, if Boku people they know in a Sanda area, in Kono area, in Kabbalah area, and they produce higher level of pepper, when they say standard pepper. So, but what thing don't happen? The people have to try find out why the people are not able to maintain their seed value. Because them they comment in a seed value, they're not able to get how for maintain and for go keep on for use and for the next year. So the way they keep seed, they get a special way. But I'm not going to go in detail. But the idea is they all become for let them avoid soil depletion and build up the capacity. But are they not going to spread it if it's not useful to that side? So some of these commodities will be useful. It can be for any other commodity apart from pepper no more. So, but I try for saying about duplicating help where they come from foreign donors. Instead of the donors then go come because of their own ways who they want, then go say, now we own business, now we own. But if they go again at the same area, there are other areas where they go look at soil areas. That's not the other area of duplication where I just want to know if government go avoid that area there. And then the other one would then create when a branch to them who I listen to back then days there and say they don't create two factories them when I for produce vegetable oil. Okay, this vegetable oil now from just them plants there back. They say they don't employ 300. Then the one they profit indirectly, like a total of 1,000. But I don't know how are they being paid. That is the question now. Because when you create employment, again, you get for pay the person for let it go suffice. These are just the questions based on the investment with the camp. So that it will be a profit for just those who are up there and the government in the end. So that's just the area of concern. Then about the bridge issue, in a very long issue about the death of that guy, this is unfortunate. May he so rest in peace. But it's total negligence, as we all don't see. Where you see them, we don't alert them. Even to the very 2 days ago, somebody back testify. Now, he talks now. He talked to the councillor of that very area day. Even the same day, he didn't in office so when the thing shake. Now he tell him say now that place they don't broke so. But if you don't they tell him, but when they tell him, he say now the council. And then when they ask the council now they can't explain say we not being get resources. We want for and do this, then refuse. But he even mentioned that they also not be rich say they be don't go make a thing now one of the base them bridge will be in Poil and if na crew bay. He say what they don't do the one that way they in charge of the boss, then get a problem with that one day. So then get for ask them for pull hand. So in other words, then are we responsible for do then no they do because then they say, well, then get other things then for do. Then when other person come back, he can't talk again, he can't give a different statement. Say, well, now we don't take nobody's tier. If I even analyze, I see then get what the water, I didn't call them the bridge in table, then I will say the most kind they pass, they get the bridge in foot. He say one of the foot them, now the one way they like for go, now this school at St. Anthony, now they call the West Foot. And the West Foot, now the one way broke. But then we don't see this, and then we don't show them. But why they not being go act upon that the question now? You see, so you got to think about it. And even some construction, we don't even occur halfway down. They say, well, they don't come make now, but they don't even do. Apart from even the bridge itself, part of the bridge, those say the water be run, they're not going to make them. So all comes to knowing what people have to do and trying to help and act on their purpose. You see, so that they don't just they left the blame, except you understand, say the mayor. So then the act of parliament say, well, you know, get hand for do this. But some of the act, if you look around, well, not say government not allow that, for let them not do them. But some of the things you go see, what thing it go affect. If you not think okay for affect you, go say, okay, some of the things, these are the things they have to overlook. That woman, if you don't go make that bridge, the law say not to make them. Law just say, so just say, it get fund. When I go now, most not don't get, if you want to now audit them. If he make that one, they don't mean it will affect somebody physically. It might be they don't go against the law they make, but they can able to amend them. Why? Because there is development where they want for let it go before. So some of the areas that we are in and go say, well, you not get this duty, you not get these duties, are right. But some of the areas, if it is for the sake of development, because all man they see one for make less alone go. We are now trying to fast track. So any area where somebody able to do something, they can do them when an infrastructure is left there. Not to think when they go just and they go give people them rest for it, when the rest done, that one day at the end of it. This is the infrastructure where then they left the way everybody get for see. It could be a legacy for them, it could be a legacy for the government and the one that we involve for them. So some of these areas wherein they make legislations and for let them go see the government not do this, the government not do this. I feel say let them go just try to look into that one day. Then finally the education side, I been see say most of the one that we do well in the city. I don't know no more actually the provincial then you cannot be able to listen to the minister the full one they win at the 12 best of 14 bar. I feel say now more of Freetown than do well, which is quite good. But I just the question, why it that be? Is it because of the value of education? Teachers they don't migrate, or they no do they know they do well. But it is up to the minister now for find out. Is he gonna tell us what's in the plan for develop our plan, or ain't go able to find out why all them people are in a Freetown we not go be even a provincial? So are they having less resources, or is it for a reason? But that is just waiting. I feel say Ingo able for help we for let we able for no and able for doing inside. But apart from that, na me own small take for the week.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome, sir. God bless you.
Make we come with Dr. Aisatu. Make we hear waiting in summary for the week. Yes, Dr. Aisatu Kakejalo, you get the platform.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Happy Saturday, and we hope say the rest of the week go well. We get a new week, which going to be restful for many of us. We're not going to get one last weekend, and we hope for the best salon in general. So, we want to start today, COVID-19. The numbers then, if we don't observe, the number then they go high, and now we don't begin to get, high stakeholders, within this team positive. We wish them well. We hope see them recover faster, and that, from their experience, then we share around with other people, then for a lot of people, then take them very serious. And really, I want to say the reason why these numbers then don't they go up, we see from all the different videos then we see or news reporting them, even some of the journalists then they wear masks, really people then still say COVID-19 don't do. COVID-19 not. Waiting that the problem here is we get to understand, say, we live in a time we're not normal, but we just don't decide for accept the current situation, whether not Sierra Leone or not overseas. So it's strange, you see people, wear masks when they outside. So let people understand, say, they still need to wear the mask. They still need for practice social distancing. They still need for the ensure, say, that they clean their hands, they clean their devices, them, they go close to people there and cough, not people there in face. Whether they cover them cough or sneeze, right? All them practices them or measures them very important in how we go maintain the number them for that and they steady. But for this week, we don't get high numbers them. We really hope they will control their number they have to. And, the testing, let it continue, because the more we test, the more we will know really how many people them will get COVID-19. Because the number they don't go high does not mean, say, we not for test, right? Because they go with that Donald Trump idea. They say you should just stop testing. No, you need to test to really identify who has COVID-19 and who does not. Because if you know who have the virus, you can really put them in a quarantine or in an isolation so that you go try for control that. But when they do that, they hope say really the quarantine centers is conducive for the people them not Sierra Leone, because now me voice landing, with people them we really want to take care of young people them first, and then we can continue for discuss other issues them. Then during the week we've been mentioned so many different things then, but really today I want lay emphasis on nurses code of ethics, code of conduct in how nurses then for the act. Because really now a very now a profession, now one of the best professions in the world, so for one or two people that you mistake, let put the general, public or like all the other good nurses them, their name into like, in the bad place, like in the mode or something. We really want to understand that the nurse gets in responsibility, get a role really now a profession. We're very respectful, if like, even if you Google them will tell you they among the first 10, professions and wait for trust, right? Because the nurse, they do so much, but, you're not going to forget the thank you from every patient. But the fact that you're able to care for that patient, the fact that you're able to make sure that patient, they wake calm, now the hospital, then leave the hospital being, in a healthy condition because you don't take part in their care. Now you're not the one we spend more time with the patient than any other team members them at the hospital. So nursing, I really want for like we all understand, say nursing are a very, respectful profession, just because of some people that mistake, not just, look at that. But as I said on this, some of the things we really I want for, highlight now so about nursing code of conduct. We the hope say and I pray say that any nurse, whether not Sierra Leone Day, we all the practices because, as you care for people, you want to think of that person as yourself. What would it be if it was me? What would it be like if it was my own loved one that is being taken care of? Are they doing everything right? Because if you're not a good nurse, you're going to always get that at the back of your mind. Say, I'm not into this profession because I'm going to be rich. If that's what you're in it, you're going to be burned out, you're going to quit. Okay, that is one thing I want every nurse to know as they practice nursing, or all the nursing students that are out there that is in it, that they're going to get rich. You're not going to get rich. The workload is more than what you're going to get paid. Whether you're doing it here in the U.S., Europe, anywhere in the world, or Sierra Leone, you're not going to get rich being a nurse. Just so you know that, you can only get rewarded by your good deeds and actions, because when you take the oath, say you want to serve humanity, you want to really get the heart for serve humanity, because if you don't get the heart for serve humanity, I will tell you, say, nursing is not for you. Just don't go in that route. Go to a different profession, So really, I can always emphasize anything there also, from the American Code of Ethics, we're not too different from the International Nurses Code of Ethics, right? So we really emphasize, say, in all professional relationships, practice, the nurse would practice with compassion and respect for the inherent dignity, worth, and uniqueness of every individual, unrestricted by considerations of social or economic status. So personal attribute or the nature of the health problem that you are presented with. So these are things the way we get for keep at the back of the mind as we care for we patients them. And then the nurse also, really get the commitment, for ensure say, it provide, care to communities them, the patient, the family, the loved ones, and when they come within, the care setting. There's a way how you present yourself. There's a way how you try to make people understand, how, what you try to explain. Yes, some procedures and there's some things and the way you do, and you really need the family member for let them step out, for let render the care we need to render. But it's how you present it to them. That's very important for nurses they understand. And also the nurse they under for make sure they promote, they advocate for, and it's also they strive to protect the health, the safety, and the right of the patient. That's now your role as a nurse. So that's not something I encourage every nurse for letting they know, saying that we choose this profession for. And the nurse is responsible and accountable for individual nursing practice and determines the appropriate delegation of tasks consistent with the nurse's obligation to provide optimum patient care. Keywords, strong words that we should pay attention to. And the nurse owes the same duties to self as to others, right? So think about it. I mentioned that in the opening statement, as I was saying. Treat the people them the same way how you wanted them to treat you. And this including the responsibility to preserve integrity and safety, thereby maintaining competency and to continue personal, meaning personal and professional growth. So just because you don't graduate, no means say you just deal with that learning where you learn at school. If you always strive for get some form of, improvement, in your skills them, in the clinical setting, because every day something new they come up, and they encourage you that continuing education is very important for nurses to pay attention to. And also, the last thing I want to say now, about 9 of them statement there, but the last one they talk about the profession of nursing as represented by the association, whether not the Sierra Leone Nurses Association or the International Nursing Association, they really want for the nurses then become responsible for articulating the nursing values, right? For maintaining the integrity of the profession and its practice, and for shaping social policies, because as a nurse, you can make a change. You can see, say, something, really not right where they go on with your patient. Now, there you just stand for make sure, say, you're part of all the different policies then they make, within the healthcare system, where really that way that you can really help, in promoting public health, primary health care for everybody where they, suffer any form of health condition. So these are things, once in a while, if you as a nurse, you don't forget, just go back, take a look at it, read it, what it really means for being a nurse. And what thing that you roll here, then the last statement is you really want try for, articulate the values of nursing by not forgetting to ensure that you make that people really know in a trusted and respectful profession. And with the hopes that we nurses them learn from what things happen, that the family where they grieve right now, that, really this thing there, so then we'll try for accept, say, so it happened, but maybe there's something, the nurses could have done differently and it would have helped. And that takes me to your own country, the bridgeway collapse where somebody died. We really hope, say, that person is so rest in perfect peace, that we hope, say, with this new development now, we nation, that we government, where they, and the people where they in charge of, the infrastructural development now, the nation will really try for, make we country what it really needs to be. Because if we can able for improve on that area, then we can really able for build back on the economy. Because if your country not look good, you not get water, you not get light, the place not clean, people are not able to get attracted to the nation for let them come for can invest. Even you young person, even the one way come on at that country, the way this and they born, you go inside, but if you lack all them basic things there, so it make it very difficult for like you really want to live there more than a month. I'm not saying sometimes and then we want to spend more time, but because by the time when you're done 2-3 weeks, you feel like say it's time for me to go back, but we really love Sierra Leone. We really want the best for Sierra Leone. We hope that, this not a wake-up call where it say now they go look into all the different bridges that we don't build for many years ago, that they will begin to try for maintain the bridges them, and make the roads them, because if you not invest in something, you don't expect to get anything back for it. So I really hope that we invest in we country infrastructural development. We not say we try not to compare with different places that are overseas. But let's take an example, from just the West African region. Let's take Ghana, Ivory Coast, Nigeria. Then they do well compared to me. Even Guinea, within the Mano River Union. I don't know much about Liberia. So no, just think about that. Like during the week, I had to share a video. This is where my husband is from, Ivory Coast. So I see all these things. I feel like they're going to steal me from Sierra Leone to go to Ivory Coast. Well, nobody's going to steal me because I love my country. But he's from there, so there's more chances that I could go there than Sierra Leone. Like there easily. I'm just saying there's more chances I could move there. But I don't want to move there. I want to be in Sierra Leone, right? But how can I be there when the roads, the bridges, and the bridge, you're going to be driving, you don't know even if that bridge is safe for you. Maybe on your way, before you know it, you're going to just fall into that same trap that this man that passed away, so these are scary things happening in Sierra Leone, right? So, and that said, I'm just feel like, we need to do something for the country. We are Sierra Leoneans. I know some people then concerned say, where you did always the gee. People are not going to want to do something for themselves. No, not take it like that. Not to the same. The countries, they're not to the same. The salary, they're not to the same. The atmosphere, not to the same. So if you really want for help, please help somebody. Help them, give them encouragement, talk to them, say, I help you, but I really want to enroll in a school, or I want to enroll in some kind of technical, skills learning so that you go learn something and become something for yourself so you don't be dependent on somebody for the rest of your life. So their encouragement there, as you help them, will really help. But for say, now if you give them, they're not going to continue for they do with him, then for do for themselves. I want to disagree because, God make we equal, right? So we lock them back into the same. And something that somebody wants, but you don't know how. You just need that little push, and it will do better things for himself. And the other thing now we get would be with the silver lining in giving out, because I'm just talking about giving. You don't give now the one for question them on in goodness, because for me, not Sierra Leoneans. If you decide for give person, now in choice. So you go give, they say like not give. So maybe this they don't begin to make people like we will begin afraid of say when we go give just now. Then we call you say what you make you give. So then they need to really know side for investigate and focus on that than things like this. Well, let's see what happens. What happens out of this. And then that's the last point. I want to say welcome back to we daddy, Sierra Leone. We're happy that he's safe and healthy, but we do hope see in trip we go, it was fruitful in a sense that it brings something for we Sierra Leoneans them will really make sense. But with the big amount, because even though you send for picking them, but you picking them one for no, wait them to the left the country. We do hope say maybe next time it will make long no. Say, you know what? I go on this trip, even on a private trip. But a trip where we say it will come, it will bring something good for una, or not something normal for I will take care of myself. I don't feel anybody will vex. We don't know for vex, but they just want to know. Right now, they head the country, so we need for no say you go back. So me, I know say I've been there very good relationship with my daddy, and I miss him. So now the same thing I hope say this we knew Papa will get us salon say he will really care for it and really see say the country going in the right direction. So we hope say now so it don't come, we will begin to talk to it, we will begin to analyze things until we say, you know what, this is not the thing that we're about to do, and really I will ensure say 2020 when the year of delivery, I will really do that for all of us. And then Sierra Leoneans, please know say Sierra Network Charity Foundation is always doing a fundraising because we get so many projects and we want for tackle in Sierra Leone, but we go only do it which we now all to help, so we get different ways then how you go donate. If you feel say, I'm buying of the fundraising items that they sell, please go now we page, now the Sierra Network website, the page for the charity, the PayPal that you can donate, or you reach out to any of the numbers them we would announce, you can really try for help, because I feel say me at this point now me campaign that I want to all focus on, because some of the other things then we know they get results. So Lord do something to say we'll get results, If we self do maybe it will work out for we. So I want to let everybody today for say, hashtag Salon will rise again and Salon for better. Thank you very much and have a good weekend.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
And people, stop for cry. Today, you definitely ask me for 6 hours.
Hey. I don't talk to them. They don't understand.
They don't understand. I'm going to push the number.
Okay, thank you, ma.
You're welcome.
Yeah.